years could have been spent rebuilding, remaking, changing the country. Why?
But that's not what happened, Karen. That's precisely the problem. Pinaglaban namin ng 36 years. It's been a very, very long and arduous climb back into legitimacy and not necessarily power, but more importantly, political acceptance. Apakahaba ng panahon, dekada-dekada, halos 4 na dekadong pinaglaban to. At talagang inasahan ko na mababalik ang pangalan. Sabi ko nga, napakaswerte namin. Nagkaroon ng second chance. At talagang inaasahan ko na magkakaroon ng pagbangon ng aming...
I agree. Napakatagal, no? Napakatagal nilang in-injure yan. No? Ever since we were kids, ang tinuturo sa atin, masama si Marcos, tiwali, magnanakaw, at kung ano-ano pa. You only have one shot. And then you effed it up. Oh.
pamilya. Pero ang nangyari ay ibang-iba, kaya nalugmok kami lahat. At hindi lang naman itong pagkakataon na to. Marami kasing mga bumubulong sa kapatid ko, malayong-malayo na ako, tinataboy kami, hinaharang kami, hindi na ako nakapag-usap. Ang totoo, I've never fought with him. Hindi naman kami nag-aaway kahit kailan. At hindi naman kami nagsagutan. Ang mahirap, yung mga nasa paligid. Hindi ko sinasabi sa paligid lang ng kapatid ko, kundi siguro doon din sa paligid ng kabila, nagbabanata, nagbabardagulan. But certainly, this was not the Marcos administration that we expected. At napakadaming disappointed. Unang-una ang ating mga magsasaka. They really felt that there would be a renaissance in farming, instead of which there's been a massive glut in importation, smuggling, and the increasing dependence on imported foods. So this is really unacceptable. And as it were, very un-Marcos. Ang
Gagi. That was very un-Marcos. Coming from a sister saying that was very un-Marcos. Iba yun. Iba yun. Oh.
And the increasing dependence on imported foods. So this is really unacceptable. And as it were, very un-Marcos. Ang expectations ng 31 million, ibang-iba, that there will be infrastructure, for example. Pero nauwi lahat ng infrastructure sa sangkatutak na ayuda, na yung pala, mauuwian ay puro palakasan kung sino ang magaling. At higit sa lahat, ire-release sa panahon ng eleksyon. Hindi ito ang pinaglaban namin. At may mga Ilocano nga na mga loyalist na nagsasabi, alam niyo ma'am, inapi kami. Which is true, ano? Inapi kami after 1986, maraming natanggal sa trabaho, nasisante ang mga military, tinanggal ang hanap buhay nila. Kahirap-hirap, basta sabihin mo taga Ilocos ka, taga Leyte ka, talagang mahihirapan ka. Ngayon, sabi niya, pinaglaban ba natin para apihin din ang mga Dabawenyo? Hindi na maugali natin yan mang-api. Huwag naman natin...
Gagi. Well, maybe hindi nga ugali ng mga Ilocanong mang-ape. Tanongin niyo yung mga mga taga Leyte. baka that part, no, baka that part. Hindi part ng senior. Baka part ng mga Romualdez. Oh.
Ulitin kasi yung siklo hindi na matatapos. I agree with him. This highly toxic and dangerous cycle of political vindictiveness is very, very sad. It's tragic for our republic.
But then one would think it starts with your family, right? When you talk about political vindictiveness with the Marcos and Duterte, the public is asking, bakit sila hindi nag-uusap? 'Di ba? Senador ang kapatid, presidente ang kapatid.
Sinabi ko nga.
Sabi ni D, kahit Leyte ayaw kay Tambi, 'di ba? Wala kasi siyang amor sa tao. They know he's there para lang magpayaman.
Sinabi ko nga. Sorry. I said earlier, maraming naghaharang, maraming ambisyoso. When I was very young, sinabi ko na very controversially, sinabi ko that the palace is a snake pit. I think I was all of 15 years old and just shooting off the mouth. And certainly, yung palasyo ngayon is no different. Lumala lang, siguro dumami pa yung ahas, yung mga lulong, kung sino-sino nandyan. It's become
Baka naman lulong sa kapangyarihan kayo.